92 Ram 350. This thing's been in the family for decades, done a lot of work. It was originally a tow rig. I just converted it over to have a dump bed. I used the power hoist lift system. I flipped it upside down and backwards. You can see it's not installed the way the factory says to do it. You got this dip in the chassis. Actually, it's a hump, and so you can see where I welded up and boxed the frame. I went overkill. I used 1/2-inch plate steel, and then just welded the brackets that come with it to the plate steel. Kind of went overkill with everything. Got my spring-loaded hydraulic lines that go up under the cab. There's a little spring here. You can see it's an old trampoline spring. A couple of different things I had to do for this because the pivot point's in the center. I created this boxed in, used a piece of plate steel, 1/4-inch plate steel, to distribute the weight because it's pushing so hard in the middle. Had to come out across, box in this here with the channel, and then I came across and then used another piece of 1/2-inch plate steel to come up the side on both sides. You got to get over the support here for the struts and everything, so you got to make that channel right there so that it will it'll all fit. Put the pivot points right at the very back, and one thing you got to do is you got to take the bumper off in order to be able to get it all the way, get the tailgate out of the way. If you don't take the bumper off, you're gonna end up with a messed up tailgate. I also did this little latching system here. It's kind of crude, but it works. Holds the front of the bed down and latches it into the original mounting points. Put some rubber on there in order to keep everything nice and safe and sturdy when it's driving down the road without a load. You can see here with the tailgate, just pulled it off, put in a little thin piece of sheet metal so that I could mount the tailgate and the backup camera and everything to that, and the towing wiring. And then here's the handle on that latching system I put on there. So I just kind of step on the bed and kind of crank it into place. I'll probably put a little something to hold that in place. Then it latches the bed in. If you don't do that, it kind of flops around. The other downside is the fuel filler. I don't have that figured out quite yet. If I do the fuel filler, it'll pull it up out of the tank if you don't figure that out. So I cut mine off and left it under here. I just lift it up and maybe a couple inches when I go to fill it. It's really crude, but still, needs to be cleaned up. But this is an old work truck. When you flip this 3-ton hoist upside down, you effectively you lose the lifting capacity. So I can dump about 1.5 tons, maybe a little bit more, because what you're doing is you're putting the pivot point so far back on the bed. Your load, if you get it too far forward, it's not able to lift it. But as a 1-ton truck, I usually take about 1.5 tons, sometimes 2 tons. But you can get a full yard in this and dump it, no problem. The only time I'm having a little bit of trouble is if it's gravel or something like that. But yeah.